What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Sarah from Sarah's House here, coming to you live with 5 other resellers. It was supposed to be one more, but the software stopped and I wouldn't let her in. So, April, I am so sorry. You will be on the next one, I promise. If you are new here, I am a reseller on various different platforms, and I also do data analytics. I have a degree in mathematics, and this channel and my Instagram are dedicated to business sense and data analytics to help the reseller meet your goals, whatever those goals are. Not full-time, not everyone has to be full-time resellers. Today, though, is going to be a general. We are all confined and not out in the community talking with people. And so I just wanted to come on and have a general happy hour with other resellers. This is open to everybody. So it was actually the first 6 people that DM'd me because I thought that I could have 6 people in addition to myself. And so one other person isn't able to log on. And I'm so sorry for that. I feel terrible. But I am planning on doing these weekly. So I will make sure that she comes on next time. And if you want to join on the next one, definitely send me a DM. And we'll make sure it's not, I have no favoritism. Whoever sends me a DM first gets there. So let me check in with the chat. We have, and you guys can see, if you haven't been on here before, you should be able to see the chat as well. I'm terrible about keeping track of it. So if you see someone has a question or something, feel free to jump in and say, hey, Michelle is here. Hey, Michelle and Deborah. That is my husband. He's on every single one of them. He needs to change his YouTube name so y'all know who he is.
Wait, which one's your husband?
It's terrible because I can't say his name. His name is like Japanese anime character.
Oh, okay.
It's the R one, Raikyu. I don't know. So I can't say it. But he's on all of them. And he actually
show is it?
What's that?
What anime show is it?
I actually watch it. It's the only one of his I watch because I was like, I'll pretend to like what you like, and I don't. I'll get back to Ashley. I'll ask Nick, what show is it? He is also watching The 3 Kids, so he may not be in and out, but I'll see if he can watch. It was kind of entertaining. It was about, I don't know. We're not going down that path. Maybe he'll be able to say it. And Michelle is here. Oh, 2 Michelles. So let's go around in a circle. I will let everybody introduce yourself. Because there are so many of us, we can't go down too many tangents for the sake of time, but definitely feel free to say a little bit about yourself. Shameless self-promotion. If you have things going on that you want to self-promote, have at it. And we'll kind of just go in a circle. So we'll start with you, Trish.
Oh, okay. My name's Patricia. I'm in Arizona. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I use the same name for everything. The Trish Van 99 that you see right there. I use it for my blog and everything else that I sell on. So, and I've been selling maybe about a little over 2 years, almost 3 years full time.
And what platforms do you sell on?
Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari.
Okay, nice. Nicole.
Hi, so my name is Nicole Clute. I'm in Massachusetts, but I'm from Connecticut. I'm an accountant and I'm a reseller. I have Poshmark, eBay. I have a Mercari technically, but I don't pay attention to it. And on Monday, I have an affiliate income course coming out. So check that out on my Instagram. My Instagram is Nicole Clute. And we're going to be talking about like how to make money on social media with brand partnerships and affiliate income and things like that.
And if you watch my last one, Nicole was on it, and she does all the things. So if you want some advice on how to branch out and diversify outside of reselling, she is definitely your gal.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Quinby, did I say it right?
Quinby, yeah. Nicole, I just found you on Instagram. I have my phone so I can find you all because I would love to hear from an accountant about some of this reselling stuff. That'd be great. I'm the Grateful Queen. I sell on Poshmark and eBay. I've been selling for over 8 years now. And I have a YouTube channel called The Grateful Queen, all about reselling.
Ashley?
Hi, my name is Ashley. I put down here Ashley Wheeler of 8. That is my Instagram handle. I am on YouTube as well. and I sell on Poshmark and eBay primarily. I've been reselling full-time since October of last year, but have been doing it for about 2.5 years now.
And the Ashley Wheeler of 8 is because she has 8 children. And it's just mind-blowing to me because I have 3 and I don't have any idea. But some of yours are older and out of the house, but you still put the time in. Like, I don't, it's mind blowing to me.
She has 8 kids? That's my mom. But you don't look like you have 8 kids.
I know, that's the next thing everyone tells me.
It came out of you, or they're adopted?
I inherited 5 from my husband's previous marriage, and then we had 3 together. So
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought you birthed all of them too. And I was
You
like,
look
"That's
together.
You see Nicole's face? She's like,
My mother has 8 kids, and I'm still baffled by it. Even though I knew about this like a lot of my life, I'm just like, how does somebody have 8 kids out of them? Like,
I know. Normally, the next question people will say, "Are you Mormon? Are you Catholic?" And then when it's no, they're like, "Do you know what happened? Like how that happens? Like why you end up with 8 kids?" We're like, "Yes, we do." But yeah.
no, please tell me all about the birds and the bees. Thank you.
Right.
oh, wow.
My grandma had 10 children, and I was like, it is no wonder that by time I was old enough to really know you, you were like an old cranky bitch because I mean, bless her heart, I shouldn't say that, but like she just like wanted nothing to do with the grandkids and stuff. And I'm like, you put your time in, girl. Like now that I have my own kids, I totally get it.
Yeah, that was a career for sure.
Oh yeah. All right, Liz, tell us all your things. Liz has been on my channel as well. She knows all the business stuff. Great research as well.
We're doing it together. My name's Liz Garrison, but I go by Realize You. Same on all my channels or whatever. I don't really do YouTubes. I'm not sure I really want to. I just enjoy chiming in and participating and leaning in whenever I can. So I am an empty nester. My kids are older and out of the house. My daughter's going to be 21 next month and supposedly getting married in June, but who's to say? She'll probably get married, but the big wedding, Montana wedding is, I don't know. It's a big wedding. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's scary.
So, and then our son lives, he's 26. He lives in Berlin, Germany. So he probably won't even get home, even if it is in June. So, I know, I'm so sad. And both my parents, my parents divorced when I was a little bit. Neither of them are going to be willing to do anything in June because they're older and they're not going to want to risk. It's sad. But my daughter wants to get married. So anyway, so we're empty nesters. My husband and I, we live in Las Vegas. We've weathered the Great Recession, and now we're in the middle of the Great Suppression, if you ask me. Yeah. And so I've been full time with Posh about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now, but I've been with them, been selling and buying a lot since 2013. I used to buy on eBay and sell sporadically, just leftover electronics years ago. So I have a seasoned eBay account, and I picked up.
I think it's probably helpful.
Yes, I think it is. I had like 500 or 600 transactions before I picked it up again last summer. And so I've started cross-listing using List Perfectly. I've done Vendu, List Perfectly, Vendu again, and then back to List Perfectly all summer. I've landed with that. And I feel like I do really well with Poshmark. I do about 150 items a month. Even with the recession or whatever you want to call it this month, I feel it's slower. But I'm branching out.
The last time we were talking, I think maybe it was on the Zoom call that I have for the dashboard. You said that things were the same. And I think I'm going to ask you guys too. It doesn't, if you don't want to share, you don't have to, but I'm kind of wondering, I'm doing a large data analytics so I can see on a high level what's happening for resellers. But I'm interested to hear from you guys. Like, what are you noticing in the past month-ish since things are going on? For me, I'm working a lot less, so my sales are down, but I don't know if it's because of that or also because of what's going on. So let's just go around in a circle again. We'll ask this question. And I want to check in with the chat as well. You guys feel free to shameless self-promote yourselves as well. Drop your Instagram handles, drop your closet names. If you have YouTube, if you have classes like Nicole, whatever it is, feel free. Oh, who did we lose? Liz? Feel free to drop all that information in the chat as well for the people that are joining us. And then also when people watch it in the recording, they can go back as well. And then let us know in the chat as well. How are your sales? What's happening? What are you guys seeing as well? So it was Patricia. So I'm going to say was your name, but now I know it's Patricia. What are you noticing for sales?
Okay, so for sales, and I tried to answer your questions on the little questionnaire, but when it got down to like the money, I was like, ooh,
Right.
I have to look. Like that's not a super quick, easy question. But
Yeah.
I know you said like one of the questions was how many hours you're putting in, and so I think my time has doubled, but the sales. So, and I keep it on a little dry erase board. I'm looking, and I don't sell a lot, but February was 69 and March was 83. So it's gone up, but also I'm putting in more time because I'm sitting here obviously with nowhere to go.
Yeah. So you're able to do more time, where like, those of us who have children are now doing less time because we have kids at home, not in school.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I hadn't thought about like more time.
Well, because normally I do the drop off and pick up. So my time is in between with the sourcing and the listing and the photographing and the sharing, all that stuff. And I do everything myself. But obviously he's 17 and he's here and his classes are mostly online. So as long, but I am cooking more obviously, but I have more time to just sit here and share and be active. So I've had more sales. Yeah, I'm looking at November, December, January. Yeah, this was busier. March was busier.
Well, so that's hopeful. I mean, that's really hopeful for everyone. Nicole, what are you noticing?
So for the past 2 weeks, I didn't pay attention to my Poshmark closet. And then today I started sharing and I got 2 sales as soon as I started sharing. And I haven't listed anything on weeks. So I was like, oh. And most of my inventory, my friends know I usually get it for $1 or free. So I was like, oh, great. Someone can pay $16 for this. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So I got 2 sales too. I just started sharing my closet and I got sales. I was like, oh, I guess I should actually pay attention to my closet and share it. But I've been so busy lately. So,
but I think that's the thing with Poshmark is you can, I've made this analogy in the past. Poshmark is kind of like this side piece, one night stand kind of thing. You give it a little attention when you have time for it and you'll see results. eBay, I'm not on Mercari, but eBay is definitely like consistent long-term relationship if you want to get results on it. And so that's a nice thing. If you are kind of part-time, you can go do some activity on Poshmark and boom, you get sales right away. All right, Quinby, what are you noticing?
It's funny because I just recorded a what sold video today, so I actually have my numbers, so that'll go up. I did a what sold video on my channel for like the 2 weeks. Say it again?
The Target video? Is that the one that was today?
Oh,
right?
no, that one I put up today, what sold from Target. I've been wanting to make that video for so long because
I love Target.
I love Target stuff, but I don't necessarily go out and look for it to resell. But if I find it and I like the brand and I like the piece, I know I can get like between $15 and $25 for it. So I sell Target brands all the time. So I made a video about it. It's kind of fun. But my sales are actually up from, if I just look at last week and this week on eBay and Posh, my sales are up 60%. And I just sell clothing. Wow. Now, the week before that, so 3 weeks ago, my stores were closed because I was on vacay, so I don't have that data, but I have the last couple of weeks, and I have like the monthly data, even considering that I was gone. And I sell clothing and shoes, women's and kids, and my sales are actually up. I'm normally a part-time reseller, but right now, since I'm home.
So are you more time then?
I'm doing probably a little more time, but my son's home, he's 8 and I'm homeschooling. So, I mean, I guess I could track the actual hours, but I feel like I'm just on the computer a little bit more, checking in, sending offers.
Are you not doing your full-time job? Can you be doing?
So my full-time job, I'm a psychotherapist and I work mostly with kids. And so I'm doing some phone and video sessions, but it's not as much as I was before by any means. Some of the kids I work with are really little, so they're not going to like get on their cell phone and have a conversation with me. So less of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But so this is really hopeful for me and for everybody else out there that if you still have the time to put the time in, the world is not ending. You can still be out there making money, possibly pivoting some things. But that's really hopeful. Ashley, what are you guys noticing? Or what are you noticing? Come here.
Well, I know when I've been tracking my eBay sales, they've been down between 15 to 17%. But for not being able to get as much inventory as I normally would, I would typically list on both eBay and Poshmark 20 to 30 items a day. I had to drop that back down to 10 because that's the amount of inventory I had to prolong me for a full month. And I've been trying to buy different things online and then kind of rebuild that inventory to list more. So given that, and I've got my 3 younger kids at home, 2 of them are being homeschooled now, I'm having less time on my business as I used to. And I think that's a big proponent as to why I haven't been able to have as many sales as I did before. I did see kind of a transition in what was selling more frequently, but I just, when I put in the work, I see sales come through. So I think it has more to do with that. And if I should go back and look at it when I was listing 10 a day, how much was I making? I would be assumptive to say, but I think that it would be pretty close to what I'm making right now.
Oh, so this is all really helpful. And so I had Chris from A Daily Refinement on yesterday, and he was saying that he was talking to eBay, and their sales are actually up. I don't remember. It was at 40. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I was going to say 60, and I was like, that's way too high. eBay altogether is up 40%. Now, not necessarily in clothing, shoes, like most of us sell, but that's really hopeful, maybe sourcing other things or learning more about that. Reselling is not coming to an end. It's all really helpful. Miscellaneous says, my sales are down, but not nearly as much as I thought, especially considering how little time I put in. I think I was down about 27% in sales, but working about half the time, which is really, and that's kind of where I'm sitting too. With all of this, but we are also selling our house, moving in a week and a half. So I'm spending even less time. I mean, I'm spending probably like a fourth of what I usually spend. And I'm still bringing money in. So, I mean, it's still kind of exciting, right? All right, Liz, you kind of told us what was happening before. Can we talk about online sourcing, or where you guys are sourcing right now? Are we open to talk about that? There is no agenda here, but as we were talking, Ashley brought up, Fashionista Fab Finds said that, I think she was talking to you, Ashley. Wow. Like, I have the same question. How do you list that many items a day? That's a lot.
So I definitely use a cross-listing program. That is my best friend. So there's actually 2 parts to that. I put all of my pictures onto Vendoo, and I actually have a virtual assistant who fills out the title and fills out the description. Okay. From there, I then go back in and I'll check comps if she doesn't put any, like, this item might go for this price. I will do that really quickly. And so busting through 20 to 30, if I do it very intentionally, can be maybe 2 hours tops. It's not a lot, especially once I do all the drop downs of eBay. Going over to Poshmark and listing is just drop down to the bottom, get 0 for the original price, and then list it. So it's very quick to do it.
But even pictures of that many has got to take you quite a few hours.
Yeah.
Oh, taking the pictures? Yeah, I do batch photos. Like today, I had a whole rack set up of, I think, like 45 items. And so I'll do that to get those set up and ready. And obviously, like I said, I'm not photographing as many as I normally would. Yeah. Typically, I would try to do like 100 in a day and then get all
girl.
You got 1 million kids at home too. So lazy.
I know. A good day for me, because I do batch work too, and I will try and I usually only get like 2 or 3 hours to do photos. And I think the most I've done was like 80, and I was like super proud of myself for that.
Ooh. Wow, that is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so
headphones in, listen to music, and just focus. I can focus and do a lot of intentional work if I've got music going.
Well, and I would guess you probably have a really efficient setup.
I try to, yeah. I have run many offices, and so my mindset goes into how can I streamline this process quicker? And about every month, I'm like, okay, how am I doing with time? How can I make this better?
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's check in with the chat. I think I want to make sure. When I was on your live, Quinby, you were so good with checking in with the chat that, like, in the back of my head now on all my lives, I like hear your little voice.
Well, Sarah, it's really different if it's just like on my live. I do a live on Friday night called Live at 5, but it's just me. Like, if you have a bunch of guests to manage,
yeah, right.
It's much harder. If it's just me, I just chat with everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'm chatting with you guys, and then also.
Yeah, that's totally different.
All right. Well, you make me feel better, but I still.
We have a creeper. I mean, a photo bomber.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? Oh, how cute. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about sourcing, and then I have just a fun little drinking game, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, that we can all play together. Since we cannot be outsourcing, I want to kind of know where you stand with that. Do you have a death pile? Are you finding other ways to be bringing in inventory? Are you just saying, meh, I'm not doing anything? Like, kind of where are you at right now with that? And we'll start with you, Patricia.
Well, I'm very cheap. I like to go to the bins or go to Dollar Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend up a little on half off day, but I had maybe a total of maybe 40 items that were kind of, like you get something and you put it there and you're so excited and you list the good stuff and the other stuff just kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
I had some, I still have it. I haven't gotten totally into that stuff, but I relist. After I make so many offers to likers and drop the prices and do all that, I will definitely relist at least 5 a day. So that's kept me busy. The only sourcing that I have done in the last month or so is I had credit from ThredUp that I had sent stuff in. And so I used that with my coupon and the free shipping. And I think I got a total of like 20 items. And I didn't spend a whole lot. I spent maybe, I want to say it was like $40.
Oh,
so
nice. Yeah.
It was good. But the last time I looked, the prices were way higher. And I don't have the coupon. I was like, oh, so I backed out of my cart. And so my stuff came. I'm still waiting for a few of the items. I've already listed everything because I was so excited about the good stuff. But I don't know what to do now. I was actually on Instagram. There's a few sellers that are selling the reseller mystery boxes. I may try one of those. But other than that, I think it's maybe another ThredUp order and I'll just have to spend the money. But I'm very cheap. It hurts me. It hurts.
And that's I've started to look at online sourcing a little bit too, and I'm in the same position. Like, I was looking at the Goodwill online store just quickly yesterday, and I was like, I'm not paying that to get out of here. Like, no way. And then shipping on top of it, and like it's going to be a whole new world that we're going to have to live in if this goes on for much longer.
What feels too high? Sarah and Trish, like, is it like you don't want to spend $5 or $2? Like, what feels really high to you? What price?
Well, some of it was I didn't really know. It's hard because you have to like look specifically for like styles and dresses, and like I was like, I don't know what to look for, so I was just scrolling, and there was like Liz Claiborne for like $20. Doing that, like a lot of like they were basically selling for what you would resell them for. So then I was like, well, let me look at like the clearance, and I was like, well, I don't want any of this crappy. People do it, so I think I need to like watch videos and learn how to. I'm waiting until we move. I'm not buying inventory to move it. So I'm waiting until we move to kind of look into it. But I know I will, because you did a ThredUp video to Queen Bee. Was it a couple days? I saw it on your feed.
I love what I got. I'm super happy with it.
Yeah,
and
I
probably spend a little more than Trish because I'm not a bin shopper. I mean, I've been there before, but it's not like my go-to. My bins is nasty. It's so bad. So I'm used to paying like $3 to $5 an item, which might be too much for you.
Me too. No, I spend an average of $4 to $5.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I'll even pay more than that because I sell a lot of purses, and I'll pay upwards of $20 for a purse.
Well, for a purse, yeah, but
clothing items, $5 is fine for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Because that's about what I spent. That was my average on the ThredUp order.
I don't like to spend the time at the bins. I'm like, I don't
backbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, we keep losing Ashley. All right, Nicole, what are you doing right now? Listing, relisting, nothing?
Well, I have a pile of clothes that are mine because I'm always a million different sizes. I have an obnoxious amount of clothes. I don't even like to admit about it. But people that see my Instagram stories, like my closets be collapsing and stuff, there's a lot of stuff in there. So I have a lot of stuff to list, like just stuff I don't wear. And then I also have a lot of places where I get inventory from. So I usually go there in person. So because of this virus thing, I usually go every month and I get inventory for cheap. I talked about this in one of my podcast episodes. So I make deals with like consignment and resale shops to get their inventory before they donate it for cheap.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yes, I do that. But I noticed something. So I frequent a lot of like consignment and resale shops, like just for my own stuff. And I noticed a lot of them had sent me text messages for discounts. And they all went and like created Shopify stores. And
Yeah, I noticed I got one of those today.
Oh,
yeah, and I was like, oh, so I looked on the website. They had Madewell, Lululemon, everything. And then they gave me this huge discount. I was like, oh, maybe I'll check this out and make me an order. So that's probably what I'm going to do is make an order.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I actually thought about it, but I was like, I'm not buying inventory right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do not want to move it. And like,
Yeah,
that's too much crap to move. Fashionista Fab Finds says, would you pay $8 new with tag Nordstrom's? Like maybe depends on what it is.
Right?
A pair of
I've tried
shorts, no. A nice dress, probably. Do you have that to sell? Is that what you're asking? If anybody is doing reseller, a lot of people are doing the reseller boxes, like you mentioned, Patricia. Definitely leave it in the feed, or if you're watching this in the recording, leave it in the comments down below. Miss Elena says, I am cheap too, especially when you can't even see the item physically. Yeah, I get scared about that too. And it gets overwhelming. There's like I'm sure like Quinby, you've been doing it. So like, you know what to sort and what to look for and what you like. And to me, I was just like, this is way too much. Like, I don't even know where to start. So I know I've been watching some of your videos, but kind of talk us through what you're doing, Quinby, right now.
I'm kind of doing anything and everything. I cleaned out my personal closet and I got a ton of stuff. Nicole, you should just clean that closet out. I've cleaned a ton of stuff from home. Would what take weeks? So I've done that like thing that everyone suggests where you go around your house and you just like I made a huge pile, so that gave me a lot. I had a money pile sitting around. I've also sourced from ThredUp. I've also gotten free donations. Like if people are interested, I have stuff on that, or I could talk about how I'm doing that. But I've got bags of free donations. I'm on shopgoodwill.com. I'm just doing everything.
Yeah, all the things. And I do want you to talk a little bit about, because I don't even know what day it is.
Denali's here. Sorry. Hi, Denali.
At some point in life, in the past couple of weeks, I heard you talk about that, and I don't know if it was on a live or a video I watched, but how you were getting donations, because I think it can be kind of. I just want you to kind of talk a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah. Right now or after we check in with everyone?
No, go ahead. Just quickly, tell us kind of how you're getting these.
So, and I have a whole wrap on this. I did a video on it because I personally felt really uncomfortable with the idea of asking for donations, because for me, it was like, can I have your stuff so I can sell it? Like, it just felt weird. I don't know. And other people, I think, feel that way too, because I've gotten tons of messages on Instagram about this. And it really helped me because a friend of mine on Instagram shared with me a picture and a post that she put on like the Good Neighbor neighborhood app. And I think the language that you use is really helpful to make other people feel comfortable and to feel comfortable yourself. So I put something out that said like, I'm a small business owner and my business relies on me going to thrift stores and yard sales to purchase inventory for my reselling business. And because of stay at home, I can't do that. And I'd like to keep my business going. Do you have any donations? Are you cleaning out your closet? Would you be willing to donate to my small business, or can I buy it from you? That really, for me, that really made a huge difference, because it was like, hey, I'm willing. If someone had stuff, I'm willing to buy it. But 90% of people have just donated it to me. So I've been picking up stuff all week. And it's kind of a win-win. Like I had this one family that's moving, like you are, Sarah.
Yeah.
And they were so appreciative to me. They were like, thank you so much for taking our stuff. All the thrift stores are closed. They won't take our donations and we don't want to throw it out. What are they going to do with it?
Yeah. Our donation center is actually opened, but
ours are closed.
Just to accept donations. But the house that we're moving into is actually a friend of ours. And she was like, can I leave all of our stuff so you can donate it when they're open? Because they're moved before the donation centers opened up. So like their garage is full of all their stuff that I'm going to donate. She's like, I don't want to just throw it out. So I think people, would definitely be grateful.
She was so grateful. And to be honest, you guys, just to be honest, I'm getting a lot of donations. The majority is not stuff I would have ever sourced. Like I wouldn't go to the thrift store and buy this Forever 21 stuff, but it's free. And so I can list it, and the platforms like you to be listing, right? We all know that.
This is the algorithm. Yeah.
So it's like list. I'm listing Forever 21 sweatshirts, and I'm just pivoting my business in that way for this time.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to look at the data, but I'm really leaning towards, at least for what I see and talking to other people, is people are still shopping, but lower price items. So having some of that price items is probably a really good, smart move, especially for getting it for free. Then it's just your time. All right, Liz, what are you doing right now?
Well, versions of all of the same. I'm actually reaching out to girlfriends. I've got one girlfriend that she's got her outfits on Facebook are like over the top. And I'm like, can you go through your closet? I've had several girlfriends give me piles. I've even got one of my posh best friends. It lives in Newport, and we're talking about meeting in Barstow, like both of us driving 2 hours, because what else are we doing? And meeting, and she has a room full of stuff that she goes, I'm just burnt out. I'm just done. She loves posh, but she just doesn't want to list it. I said, shove it in your trunk as much as you can, and I'll come thrift out of your trunk.
Fill up the back seat, the front,
right.
Put it on top.
Absolutely. So I'm like, what the heck? She does the bins when she comes here. She comes here often, and we hang out a lot. And she has a good, group. She does a lot of the, the meetups and stuff. So I'm going to probably hit her up and, like drive halfway. Why not? It's beautiful.
I would.
And so that's one way. And of course I've always sourced on Posh. I pick my brands or pick my things. I keep looking for, you find something, you go, whoa, that's low. And then you go look and you realize that they've got a lot of low stuff because they're just getting rid of their immediate closet or,
it's all similar brands. So I think, I don't even remember who I'm talking to about what, but someone was telling me that. And so I started looking at Posh, and I take that back. I have bought 3 things this month. And it was on Poshmark that I was just randomly scrolling through, and I was like, that's really low. And then I went to their closet and I was like, that's all really low. Like I would pay that price at a thrift store.
I just got an order today. I got 6 things today, $29 with the shipping.
Yeah.
And one of them was a hobo purse and one was a pair of shoes. And I was like, why not? And it helps them too. I'm feeling like they just want to be done. They want to get this stuff out of here. So it's priced that low. So
I feel like they're probably talking a little crap to me because I give them like the super low ball offer too, though. Like I'm going to see what I can get out of this. But I think the only person I've done it for so far, it was clearly not like a reseller. It was someone who was just like, get stuff out of my closet. All right. Denali says her donation centers are closed, and Monica from Million Monica say that they're uncomfortable asking about donations as well. So I think what Quinby said is very useful. Everyone who is here, when you're done with this or now, send me a DM on Instagram with your links, and I will link your information in my description. So then if people want to meet up and contact you, they can. Ashley, what are you doing? I mean, you kind of mentioned it a few minutes ago, but any other things to add to this?
Yeah, actually, the last video that I got to do with you, I ended up, a bunch of people were saying, hey, I'm doing mystery boxes. So I did actually jump on there and buy a couple of those. I prefer the not so mystery boxes, kind of like we were talking about before. I like to actually see what it is that I'm going to get. And then did some thread up, did some online arbitrage, but I'm still so new at that. It reminds me of starting at the thrift stores, trying to look through things. Like it's a process. So I actually found one of my friends talked about ThredUp having a new outlet section. Have you heard about that?
No.
So it's only on the app. It's in beta. So not everyone does have access to it. But if they have a discounted area, and if you buy 5 items, they give you an additional 20% off. If you buy 10, it's an additional 30. If it's 20 items, it's an additional 40. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try to do, the 20 and get the 40% off. And I think I ended up with 20 items at like a little over 100. So that was beneficial. And
what's the shipping like on 20 items? Because that's the thing that can get you.
Oh, yeah.
What shipping?
That was actually free shipping.
Oh.
Because it was over $50 or something.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, girl. I'm writing that one down for sure. That's acceptable.
I gotta follow her on Instagram.
Yes, Ashley has a great Instagram as well. And are you on YouTube also, Ashley? I can't remember. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And the other thing I just found out, Vindu, I think, is the one that posted about it, but there's a Facebook page called Quarantine Thrift. And I've been looking on there. I haven't bought anything yet, but they strictly say on that one, like, it must be thrift prices. So people will say, here's my closet, take a look at it, let's do PayPal, like trying to help cut the cost in different areas to give people more resources.
When I was when I was looking at it, because there was like a live thrift one too. Like there's a couple of them.
I like that one.
Yeah, when I was looking at it, like unless you were on there refreshing, like you couldn't get two things quick enough. There were so many people there. And I did a couple of things and I was like, this is chaos. Like it was chaos.
I love it.
I was like, whoever wants all of it.
I bought a whole bunch of things. I bought a whole bunch of bras. I bought stuff for myself, not to resell. And I don't know why people say it's going too quick. It's probably because I'm always on my phone. I'm addicted to my phone. But I'm able to buy stuff just fine. So I don't know what else is having a problem. And I sold a ton of stuff on there on the live thrift one. So I don't know.
I've heard quite a few people saying that. I'm not doing anything right now. However, I have a cousin who, I have lots of cousins. It's beneficial. I also have a cousin who owns a brewery and I'm getting all kinds of beer from her right now. It's amazing. But one cousin just closed down her boutique like 6 months ago and she has all of this leftover new tag inventory. And I was supposed to like meet up with her a couple months ago, but like we just both have kids. And so I hit her up today and I was like, hey, do you have the stuff left anymore? And she's like, oh yeah, I totally do. Like, and now it's been a couple of months where she's just like, get it out of my house. I am so sick of it. So hopefully I can get over to her house and get that, and that'll be something to hold me over. I don't know exactly. I mean, I haven't looked at it. So I don't know exactly what it is, but hopefully that will hold me over once we move. Michelle says, yes, I have checked out live thrift. I'm thinking she means couldn't. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm thinking she means couldn't. Yeah. Anything either. Not sure if my Facebook updates as fast as others, but they are very quick. Yeah.
You don't have your notifications on. Or something. Bras and something else. And a whole bunch of people bought my stuff too. Like I've made like over $500 in that group already so far.
Oh, really? I made $2 and I was like, nope. All right. So unless other people have things that they want to talk about, let's have a little bit of fun. We played, and the last time I played, Never Have I Ever. Have you guys played that before? It's a drinking game. You don't have to be drinking alcohol or anything. But it's basically, if I'm going to say it, and if you've done it, then you take a drink, or you can raise your hand or say that you've done it. So actually, let's start with take a drink if you are wearing your jammies right now. And this is for the people in the chat as well. So let us know if anyone is still in their jammies. And I'm going to say I absolutely have my jammy pants on.
I got my robe on. This is my pink robe.
Oh, look at you guys. So me and you, Nicole, are the only ones that are still in jammies. The rest of you like get up, get dressed, do the whole ordeal every day?
No, but I don't wear my jammies. Like I get up and I put yoga leggings on and sneakers and a t-shirt. Yeah. Today I got ready because it was like I had a couple clients today, phone sessions, and then I had videos. So I'm like, I'm going to actually get ready today, but that has not been happening on a daily basis at all. But it's yoga leggings.
Oh, see, I had my yoga leggings on earlier and I took a shower and I was like, well, I'm just going to put my jammies back on. I'm not going to get another pair of clothes.
But do you still have like jammies? Like you have like a matching pajama set that you put on?
No, like sweatpants. Like
lounge.
Okay.
And my slippers.
What do I mean?
Oh, yeah, so not.
I was like, I don't know we're going to get into this.
I considered, I was like, they can't see below this. Do I really need to put a bra on? I was like debating it. I can't do not wear a bra. Okay, so drink if you have sold something today.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Don't have a drink with me.
Oh, cheers.
Go get some water, Liz.
I know, I got to get some. Hang on. I'm gonna find it.
We have the same cup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought this was Poshmark.
Oh.
Fun. So Monica says she changed outfit 3 to 4 times a day on this bike now. Oh my Lord, no.
That's too much.
Oh man.
I've actually noticed my laundry has gone down because oh, I'm on speaker or something.
Oh, she has to put her headphones back in. Liz does.
Let me, or I'll mute
She
you
just
for.
has to put her headphones in.
So normally my daughter's in preschool and preschoolers are disgusting. And so when they come home, when she comes home, I make her change her clothes because I don't want those germs. And it really has cut down on us getting sick over the winter. Well, so now, and so when my 5-year-old changes her clothes, also my 3-year-old, of course, has to also change his clothes, even though he's not in preschool. And so I'm like, my laundry is actually going down because we're not changing our clothes multiple times a day. This is, and they'll wear clothes like for multiple days because we don't take a bath every day. It's glorious. We sound like a gross family. I'm like, we don't say that. We're in moving situation too. Like we have nothing out. Everything's being packed up. Okay, so take a drink if you listed today.
Oh, no.
And I'm gonna say relisted counts too because I don't have anything to list.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I'm the only one that ain't listed nothing today.
I haven't been shopping in probably a month and a half, minus those 3 things I bought on Poshmark. But I am moving. So if you have a store on eBay, they give 50,000 free items right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm moving all of my Posh over to eBay. That's essentially what I am listing. It seems like I'm not the only one that is still wearing sweatpants. Jammies probably is not the right word, but a lot of people in the chat are wearing jammies or sweatpants as well. Miscellaneous, I still have massive amounts of laundry. I don't even know who is wearing all these clothes. Seriously. If my bank account replenished as quickly as the laundry hamper, like I would be sitting gold. All right. So now, never have I ever have a death pile. So if you don't have a death pile, you drink.
Don't have a death.
Like if you've never had a death pile.
Oh, never in life. Oh, okay.
Or like recently ever, or you just want to drink, have a drink.
Are you drinking out of a baby sippy cup, Sarah?
Right. Yeah, right. So here's the thing. It's fine. We are packing things and all we have left are like our cheap little cups and our kids' cups. And I didn't want to drink wine out of like a big cup, and our dishwasher is being run. So it was a coffee mug, like a to-go coffee mug, or a kid's cup. So yes.
Went with the yellow kids cuppy.
Here. It's not a sippy cup though. Can you imagine if it like had
It looks like it has one of those little white lids.
Yeah. No, it is definitely a kid's IKEA cup. Definitely love that. Michelle says her entire house is the death pile. And I am jealous of people who have death piles right now.
Mhm.
Someone told me recently, no, I don't have a death pile. I have a death landfill. I thought that was so funny. A death landfill.
I know, but I am so jealous. I've been very diligent in not like making sure I list everything, and now I'm kicking myself. Fashionista Fab Fine says a lot of sober people with that question. I think most resellers have death piles. Have you ever kept your inventory instead of selling it? Like bought something, sell, and then you kept it.
Oh, that's like every single run. I'm like, I think I'll just try this on.
It's one of the downfalls. You guys model your clothes. Like I'll model it, and then I'm like,
Some of it.
oh, I mean,
Some of it.
yeah. Although a lot of my
I want people to buy it. So.
Yes, right. So a lot of that stuff, I price it really high, right? I'm like, this fits me really nice. I'm going to price it really high so that if someone buys it, I won't be too sad. Let's see. Found a collector's item. I know most of us do clothes, but has anyone found like a super rare, like some kind of like collector's item?
I think so.
Or sold.
I mean, I collect a lot of stuff, but
Nothing to sell. I have not. I usually do clothes. I like to watch those people. My brother-in-law sells on eBay too, and he does a lot of like that. I found this in the trash can and sold it for $1,400. Crap.
That's good though.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. But I'm like, I would never have pulled that out of the trash can. Never. Have you ever found tykes? Tykes. T-I-E.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Have you? I have.
wait, teaks?
Yes.
The shoes with the blue bottom, teaks?
Yeah.
No.
I walked into, this is the cruelest story, walked into Goodwill, and right between Christmas, even before Christmas, all the way through after New Year's, I know that you got to be like daily. And I was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've got a couple of good girlfriends, and we all live in the same area. And one gal was like, Goodwill's dead right now, and I live right down the street from it. So I was driving by it, and I went, I got to get home. Oh, and I went in, and I walked in, and on the end of the shoe, up high on Goodwill, you know how they put the shoes on top of the clothes, were these 2 blue boxes side by side. It was 4:30 in the afternoon. I went, I've never seen them before. I've never seen in person, right?
In the box?
In the box. So I'm like, my heart, you know, your heart's like, and you're not saying a word. You know? And I'm like, zoom, right to them. They were $19.95 red tag, which means never on sale. And I went, $20 each. Boom.
Yeah,
and it was New Year's Eve. So one of them, somebody had taken them out, and there was a black bag right behind them, like trying to get them back in, because they come in a black bag and then stuffed into the box, right? Only thing missing on was one of them didn't have the ribbon that goes around it. So they were almost brand. I think they'd been worn once. I sold one pair that night for $120, and the other pair went 2 days later for $140. I think I profited $150, $160 on both pairs, something like that, after the $20 and the cost fees. And now 2 of them, boom, boom. I was like, damn. So, and I wanted to take them. One of them was my size, but I didn't. I was like, nah.
That's amazing. That's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
So that was just a fluke. I know, because my girlfriend had been in there like 4 hours earlier. They had just got put out.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Have you ever at the thrift store and that happens and you're like, you go to the register really fast, like you get the thing and you just want to go pay for it and put it in your car?
I don't do that. I leave it in the. But I want. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, when I find something amazing like that, for some reason, I think I get like afraid. It's like I go to the register, I pay for it, I want it like in my car, and then I'll go back in and finish shopping.
You feel like you're stealing something. You feel like
Am I the only one who does that?
No, I feel like I'm stealing something. I got to get out before they realize what I have.
They realize there's something.
I've actually had like something taken out of my cart before, and I'm like, I need to buy this now. It needs to get into my car, so I know it's mine. Yeah.
Oh, I have never had that. That's actually one of my questions on here. But someone has anyone shifting to a different product category besides clothes since quarantine? Yes, Liz, you say yes. Anyone else?
Just stuff from my house.
I haven't done it yet, but yeah, it's in the.
What are you doing, Liz? And then Ashley, you're kind of cutting out, so I will come to you if we can. Liz,
I'm doing electronics. I've got games. I've got stuff. Well, my husband we lost all of our income. This is it. I mean, this is all we have right now.
So are you sourcing for it, or is it just stuff that you?
No, just stuff from. I mean, just stuff from our house. I mean, he's made a killing. He's made almost $1,000 on like rock climbing gear and you know, he's an outdoorsy kind of guy. He's done about $1,000 worth of stuff on his own eBay. He's opened up his own eBay. But I've just like stuff that's been sitting here, electronics, and like I sold an old like version 2 iPad this morning for $66 on eBay. So it's been sitting here, like I didn't want to list it because I had to find a power cord, get it powered up to try to figure out what the model was, and I just haven't bothered. And so I've had time to get to that stuff now.
Oh wow!
So, electronics is going big on all the sites. So
that's what Chris was saying last night, and what I've heard too. I am kicking, and Denali was saying that the other day too when she was on. I am absolutely kicking myself because we're moving, which like means we are going through all of our stuff. And my husband, I normally like donate stuff. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to post nonsense. Like I like shoes and clothes. And so like a week and a half ago, I was like, get rid of it all. Donation centers opened up, just take it. And now I'm like, well, shit. Because my husband is like a huge techie. And so the amount of like tech stuff that he got rid of, we just don't use anymore. We had like 200 DVDs that I was like, donate them. I don't want to deal with them. Yeah.
They're selling. That's because the people are home. They want those things to keep themselves entertained.
I know.
So, you know, yeah.
Done it. Coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So Michelle says, no, but I did get a pair of Rothy's in a thread up rescue. My favorite. They were limited edition.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That's amazing.
Awesome.
Have you guys, I haven't found Rothy's either. Have you found Rothy's?
No.
I heard they're uncomfortable as heck, which is why we find them at the thrift store.
Go buy them. Like
I know. I'm like, well, somebody's not talking to somebody else. I don't know. Right? It's talkers are hearing it. It's like, okay, well.
I feel like I heard that they were not selling as fast and quick as they used to. Like still a lot, but maybe not the extent that they used to.
I'm open to selling other stuff. Like if I run out of clothes to sell, or if clothes start not selling well for me, I'm open to going around my house and selling whatever if I need to. But so far, it's like my sales are great on clothes and shoes. I sold a pair of heels today.
Me too.
And everyone's like, no one's buying stuff like that because they're just sitting around their house. But I sold a silk Trina Turk dress today.
Yep.
Like, they're not wearing that around their house, but smart shoppers are buying stuff now because maybe they're getting a deal or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was looking at heels for myself for the summer, sandals, because I'm like, I should get them now. Maybe people are taking better offers. You know.
Oh, they are. I am one of them.
I'm taking lower offers too.
Yeah. Annette is asking, the Grumpy Thrifters. I love that name. That's fun. I'm selling more puzzles and games, which I've also heard, and I donated all of that. Yeah. Annette is saying, what items are you getting? Liz, do you know Annette? She's in the Dashboard. She used to work at, I can't remember exactly where it was, but she used to stores high-end person.
Oh, okay. Oh, super.
So she is a great for everybody. But she's in the Dashboard group.
Okay.
So she is an amazing. She's on Instagram too, but she is an amazing resource. If you guys,
you should have her on the show.
I am. She's on my list.
Okay, because I've gotten a lot of purses from ThreadUp, those designer handbag boxes and stuff. I really don't know. I'd love to learn more about that.
I can help you too.
Yes,
okay,
this is really good too. I have a panel set up for. She was a handbag designer. Okay, so she knows a lot about high-end bags. What items are you getting to that you were only listing because you run out of other things to list and otherwise would have avoided?
Electronics, video games, books. Probably, I'm going to get to some books here soon. Because Chris is saying the books are going great. I was on his call this morning, which is why I look really tired. 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't get up that early.
Oh, yes. The daily refinement. Yes.
Yes. So books, and like I've said, my husband's finally getting, listing old camping equipment and climbing stuff like that.
Everything's game right now is what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah. My personal closet, I'm getting rid of stuff. I hope I don't regret it. I'm listing it. It's not gone yet, but I'm like,
but then you can just go shop for more. Like do that for a living. Once we start shopping, we can shop more. Yes. Actually, I've had that happen too. Something to take out of my cart. So disappointing. And now you're not fuzzy right now, so I want you to tell us this story. That is like,
what's happening there?
So tell us the story. Someone took something out of your cart.
What's that?
Did someone you were saying someone took something out of your cart when you're shopping?
I was at the outlet and I had a bunch of shoes, and I generally put clothes immediately over the top of them because we love to sell shoes. And there was a couple Sam Edelmans that were in great condition, like some lace heels, and then I think flats. And when I got to the end of our time, because we'll put our cart off to the side and get more things, come back. And when we were bagging everything, I was like, I can't find the shoes that I was super excited because my husband's always like, what's your favorite finds? And so we always like exchange back and forth to show. And I couldn't find them. And when we got home, I even went through every single thing. And I was like, yeah, they're gone. So I guess I didn't hide them well enough.
I've had stuff at the bin stolen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
More than one.
I had this, and I just sold last week. It was a shiny silver Victoria's Secret drawstring backpack. I think we've all seen it. I was at the Goodwill. It was my first item. So I put it in the cart, right? And I went to the shoes, and I put my cart kind of at the beginning of the shoes, and I go up and down, put anything I need to in there. The only backpack, that was the only thing. And when I had Converse, and when I went to put them in my cart, that was maybe 6 feet away. The backpack was gone. And it's at the Goodwill where it was a regular Goodwill, but the carts have the stick so you don't take it outside.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I saw one stick moving away. And I went and sure enough, my backpack was in there. And I said, did you say my cart?
Or
she said, no, I did. The cart was all by itself. And I was like, oh, it was mine. I left it so I wouldn't be in the way. And she grabbed it and handed it to me, and I was ready to throw down.
In fairness, I could see if there was a cart with one item in it abandoned at the end of the thing. I'm choosing to believe that she thought.
Oh, I think they're ruthless.
There was only one stick moving. I'm like,
that's smart. Michelle says she was at a regular Goodwill and had a really nice bag. Turned my back and someone took it. I have never had that happen.
Me either. I must have a face that says don't do that.
No, my face clearly, the pink mohawk is like, don't mess with me, obviously. We have a lot of resellers here, and I think maybe there's just like most people are really nice. I go to the bins and people are like, I know you like to sell this here, you can have it.
Right.
I'm like,
I've had that too. I've also had a ton of horror stories at the bins. I've seen it all. I mean, if you go to the bins over the course of 10 years or something, I've had stuff stolen. I've had people want to fight me over a cart. But I've also seen that where people are like, hey, do you want this? Or it looks like you'd like this. And I've given back. It's all there. It's like, it's humanity right there in the by the pound Goodwill outlet.
Yes, right. And I feel like if you give it out, it'll come back to you. Like I always give things away. Like I usually go and just get mainly shoes, and then once the shoes run dry, I'm like, peace out, I'm done. But I usually end up with like a full cart of one shoes that I always give to someone else in hopes that they'll find the other ones while they're there.
Oh yeah.
Allie says, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I'm sorry. I always bring my own sheet to put over my cart, especially at the bins. Which is smart, and I never think that much ahead of time.
Bring a sheet with you, like a sheet for a bed.
Yeah, I think people with
I find one there. I don't bring my own, but I do the same thing where I put it over the top just to cover the cart because people will take out of there.
I can't imagine somebody stealing from my cart. Like I'm like.
The last time we went in a group of about 12 of us, and we all put our carts in a row. And sure enough, I came out of the back room. Someone was in my car, and he spoke Spanish. And I'm like, no.
Oh, I love it.
I chased him off. I'm like, no.
I've had that a lot. Maybe I don't have a face. Nicole, you got to teach me the face. What's the face that says don't mess with my car?
My dad told me I have this face that can like kill somebody with my face. Like, I'm a nice person, but if somebody messes with, like I was in the Goodwill one time at a meetup, right?
Yeah.
And one of them came up to me and poked me like from the back. And he said I looked at him like I was about to kill him. I didn't know. I was like, who is touching? I was like, so I think I give off that look like, don't try that. Because
I want to learn that look. I need that look in life.
There's no way I'm bringing a sheet with me or a blanket. I'm not doing any of that. No.
I've been told I have that look too, and oftentimes I have a husband. So if looks could kill. We are running out of time, and I do want to be cognizant of everyone's time. And also, there are fast. I know it's fun to just like sit and chat. There are lots of lives going on. Lori from Lori Boston Finds is having a live right now. So if you want to head on over there, she is having Posh Bosh Blake. It's always a mouthful. And then there's another one later today too. Oh, Leslie from A Reseller's Passion is having later tonight too. So if you just want to binge reseller YouTube all night, head on over to those channels. Thank you everyone for joining me. Everyone who would right now, send me a DM on Instagram and I will put your guys' links in the description so people can meet up with you in the future. And then anyone who is joining us and has not left their closet or their Instagram handle, whatever self-promotion that you want in the comments, make sure to do that as well. Thank everyone for joining. Today is the last day I am doing the survey to collect data on what's happening for resellers. So please, that should be in the description down below. If it's not, it's on my Instagram for sure. If you know your numbers, it's like how many you sold, how much money, and then a couple categories. If you know those, it's going to take you too much time. So I can look at a large sample data to really see how it's affecting resellers. Because we hear a lot of things about e-commerce in general and the economy in general, but I really want to look at what's happening for us as resellers. And then I will present the analysis that I do on my YouTube. So make sure to subscribe and notifications here as well. I hope everyone has a good night. Make sure to give a thumbs up on your way out. Leave comments down below if you're watching this in the recording. For me or for any of these ladies, I will make sure that they have they get the comment as well. So I am going to leave the comments open for just a quick second in case anyone else is typing up and putting their stuff out. And then you ladies as well, if there's anything else that you want to shamelessly self-promote. Ashley says she has a sale going on tomorrow. So hit up her.
I'm gonna do a whole not so mystery box. Let people just pick their bundles together, and I'll do a 5 for 25. And hopefully, maybe if people want to do it like off of Poshmark, then be able to give a better deal
on all of your inventory. Is it on everything? Actually,
I'm gonna star the different ones. I've got it tomorrow.
I was gonna say, if it's on everything, I am like, I said I wasn't sourcing, but like, I may go hit it up. Right. Oh, Fufu is here a lot. You can watch this in the replay. Okay, so I am going to let everyone go. So hopefully some people can head over to Lori's and show her some love, or go spend time with your family or whatever it is. So thanks for
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.